Hello, this presentation is by Saad and Kaelti. We decided to do a group analysis video on a foreign film called Pride and Prejudice. Pride and Prejudice is an adaptation of Jane Austen's late 18th century look at love and marriage, another film called Pride and Prejudice. The movie is set in Amritsar, India. It stars Lalita Bakshi, who is a young woman living with her parents and helping them run their family business, which is a farming enterprise. Lalita is just one of four daughters, and her mother is determined to get her married to a respectable and wealthy Indian boy. However, Lalita crosses paths with William Darcy, who is a handsome American fellow attending a friend's wedding in India. Due to cultural stigma and differences, Lalita's views of Darcy are tainted. She considers him arrogant and intolerant towards Indian culture. During the movie, Lalita meets another American man named Johnny Wickham, who happens to be a former friend of William Darcy. Lalita's younger sister, Lucky, and Mr. Wickham decide to run away together. Her parents are worried sick, but with Darcy's help, Lalita is able to locate her little sister. That's when Lalita's views on William Darcy begin to change, and she is surprised as well as impressed by Darcy's initiative to learn and participate in the Indian culture, as she sees him take part in the traditional dancing and musical festivities at his friend's wedding. Pride and Prejudice ends on a happy note with a double wedding between Lalita and William Darcy, as well as her sister and Darcy's friend. There are many cultural clashes and differences presented in the movie Pride and Prejudice. In Western society, arranged marriage is considered against a societal norm. The Western culture promotes independence and the freedom to choose your own life partner, while in most South Asian countries that freedom is virtually. In contrast, Lalita's mother played a big role in finding a suitable husband for their daughters. Love marriage is considered inappropriate and is unacceptable in Indian culture. Another cultural difference presented in the movie is marrying for love versus marrying for money. In most Indian cultures, marrying for money is at the highest level of priority. Marrying for love is a rare incident and is considered taboo. Whereas in Western culture, love marriages are the most acceptable in society, and marrying for love is considered bad. There are a few problems presented in the movie Pride and Prejudice. Lalita and Darcy were brought up different, and thus have very contrasting views of cultural and societal norms. Darcy was an American and was raised with Western values, whereas Lalita was raised in India. The main problem presented in the movie is the cultural clash between the East and the West. When Darcy was trying to woo Lalita, he failed to understand why Lalita was complicating things so much and was refraining from choosing Darcy. This was because in Indian culture, it is not acceptable to choose your own life partner. Lalita knew this, and she knew that she had to marry someone from the Indian culture because it would be next to impossible to get her parents' permission to marry an American. Now let's see how we can amend these problems. The culture shock arises from the absence of knowledge about each other's upbringing. The bulk of the knowledge about each other's culture comes from Bollywood and Hollywood movies. Making education more accessible will allow the cultures to better understand each other and mesh together in a melting pot. Newer generations in India are already more tolerant towards interracial marriages as they have had quite a bit more education than their parents. As well, Newer generations do not foster the same discontent towards Westerners as they are not attached with India's history and its rule under Britain. They do not feel as strongly about it as their parents.
Anthony, right?